it's Jenny. Welcome back. I have a new recipe that I want to share with you today. It's called mason jar lasagna. This is a make-ahead meal like my mason jar salads. It's easy, cheap, and a fast way to prepare for lunches ahead of time. This is actually a technique that I'm showing you, not how to make lasagna. Most everybody knows how to make lasagna, but it's showing you that you can make lasagna ahead of time in a mason jar. And if you'll come on over here, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to need to make it. Here's our ingredients. Again, I'm not going to show you measurements or how to prepare lasagna because most people have their own way and they know how to make it. We have our ground beef over here, our drained ground beef with mixed vegetables and onions. Our cheese, you can use whatever kind of cheese you prefer. You can use cottage cheese or ricotta cheese in your lasagna. We prefer to use cottage cheese, and we're using fat-free to make it a little healthier. Eggs, your pasta sauce, and we have our cooked noodles in the pot in the sink right now waiting. So we're getting ready to mix up everything, and you want to reserve some of your pasta sauce to use at the bottom of your mason jars. So you can see I've put some to the side, and we're going to pour the rest in our meat and vegetable mixture. We're going to add in our eggs. And our fat-free cottage cheese. And this looks like a lot, but again, we're making enough for several meals. And then we're going to mix everything. Okay, so I'm ready to mix everything up. And the first thing we're going to do is, I've got my noodle laid out here. We're going to take the top of the mason jar and cut out 4 circles. Okay? Now, I'm going to put a little sauce at the bottom to get us started. Alright, and then I'm going to put our first noodle in, and a little sauce, and you want to try not to get so much of the sauce on the rim. Another noodle, a little bit more sauce. And this one, for this layer, I'm going to take my extra noodles and put in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of cheese so it's in the center. And then another noodle. Some more sauce. My last layer of noodle. A little bit more sauce. And top it off, oops, got a little bit on the side. Top it off with a little cheese. And you want to make sure to try to stay below the rim so it's not too full. And that's about it. Okay, now we've got everything assembled. So what you want to do first is, following all normal canning procedures, wipe off the rim of your jar to make sure there's not any excess food around the edges. You want to make sure that your jars, your rims, and your lids are all sterilized. And then you're just going to put your top on. And tighten it. But then you want to back off that rim a little bit, so that way the heat will allow it to vacuum seal. So we're just going to keep doing that with these. Again, wipe off the rim.
Hi, Mama.
Hey, William. Put your top on.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, William.
Hi, Mama.
Hi.
What's that?
Tighten it. Back off a little bit.
There. That's you.
This is not a canning or food preservation technique. You're not going to want to store this for long periods of time, like up to a year. This is good without refrigeration for a couple of weeks. As I mentioned before, I like to store mine in the refrigerator and just grab it when I'm getting ready to leave for work. You're going to put these in the oven and bake them on 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. And then we'll take them out and let them cool, and I'll show you what they're going to look like. Here's what they look like completed, and you can see they're really pretty. The layers look really nice and pretty. David's actually going to take a flat of these to work for supper this week. So when he gets ready to eat, he'll just pull one out and put it in the microwave for a couple of minutes and eat it straight from the jar, or you can pour it on a plate, however you prefer. If you notice, this one is sealed very good. If you push down, you don't hear anything on the lid. But this one, I noticed, the lid pops, so that means it doesn't have a very good seal on it. So you'll want to put that in the front of the refrigerator and eat that one first. We were also able to get a loaf pan out of it, so this is what we're going to eat for supper tonight. So as you can see, we were able to get 12 mason jars of lasagna and a loaf pan of lasagna for supper tonight. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.